Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges, and Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and fun. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying productive? At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, has been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. Trello keeps everyone on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com.
Scarpins Avenue.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-hosts Arn and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population you.
Population Feimster.
Fortune Feimster. Welcome to the show.
That is an awesome intro.
Right?
Thank you.
We're glad you're here.
I got very excited at
It's the
how
Tiffany.
the back and forth on that. It's like watching lovely tennis.
It is like what in the heat of the U.S. Open.
Yes.
We're doing our
Knee
version
deep
on
in
the
it.
West Coast.
Welcome to town, Fortune.
Thank
welcome.
you. I'm happy to be here.
Something tells me that you, and not just your accent, but something tells me that you
North
have-
Carolina? You North Carolina?
North Carolina,
Okay.
yeah.
So
You've dealt
Tom
with
Papa
your...
thinks is the Midwest.
Well, I
Tom
know
Papa.
he keeps
How
saying
does
I
he
grew
not-
up in the woods.
What?
I'm
No,
like,
Papa,
Where
come
in
on,
North
dude.
Carolina are you from?
right outside of Charlotte.
Okay.
Tiny town called Belmont.
Did you come up at the Zone doing stand-up at the
No,
Comedy Zone or no?
I
Was
didn't
it around?
learn. I didn't learn how to do stand up until I moved to LA.
Wow.
I decided to wait and learn at the Comedy Store.
I love
Oh
it.
my God.
I love it. Learn how to do stand-up. It's like, I didn't
You made
learn
it
how to
sound like
whittle.
I know.
No, she makes it sound like riding a bike. It's
I
like
know.
you could always
I didn't
do
learn
stand-up.
that skill. I guess
no,
I
you-
didn't. I didn't
Start doing
explore
it.
that
I'm
until
sure you were always
yeah.
funny.
I was funny, like in my own way, but I could be a lot more shy than people realize. I was the observer.
And in your brain, you are saying
You're
the funniest
I
shit
thought
ever.
I was so hilarious
Right.
in my brain, but I
So-
wasn't sharing it with a lot of people.
And that was the learning process. Is
Yeah.
like, I got to turn what's up here inside out. Well, I'm sure in your traverses that you have come across many dumb people in this world.
Yes, more than I more than I care to brag about.
So let me ask you, we pose it to all of our guests here. Do you believe the world is getting dumber? Kind of like a global dumbing, as it were, like global warming? Or are we just hearing more about it?
We're definitely hearing more about it because
Yes.
of social media. A lot more dumb stories are being presented to us on a daily basis, only because people are also trying to create news constantly.
True.
Where are the stories? What are the headlines? And so you're seeing a lot more of it. I do think there's less of an emphasis on education.
Yeah.
And a lot of schools are having a lot less money. So that definitely affects what people are learning, which in turn, yes, is making
so
people
we're,
dumber.
We're producing dumber
Like
people.
if you
Yeah.
ask kids what you want to be right now, like 8, 9, 10-year-olds, there are like
Instagram influencers.
Yeah.
They would
I
say
wanna be an
YouTube
influencer.
star.
YouTube star,
star.
Instagram
Yeah.
influencer.
And what do most of them do? Dumb shit.
Yeah,
That's right.
for
Yeah.
sure. Like
That's how you get on.
let me do the cinnamon shovel hit me in the face challenge.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
don't know.
cinnamon
guys
I
shovel?
just, I just added
I
a bunch
want to
of-
do that. What is it?
You guys built a ramp?
Yeah. I don't know. Let's just make it up. You eat a bunch of cinnamon and get hit in the face with a shovel.
and then you sit on the handle.
And you can try to keep the cinnamon in your mouth.
Yes.
Cinnamon shovel
Cinnamon
challenge.
face challenge.
Is that for ALS? Okay.
Dan, come on. You got
So
stories.
we get
sent to
stories
you.
sent to us that
We've never heard them. Randy and I.
Fortune's never heard them.
Yeah.
Dan
Sometimes
Barely.
I've
barely heard them. But
Sometimes I know it's good and I stop.
we're gonna
Yeah.
work through it. So Dan, let's get into it.
Dan, what you got for
Sent
us?
in by Tony at AKFets _why not.
Fets.
AKFets _why not.
That's
And by why not, it's literally the letter Y and then N-O-T.
Okay.
Okay.
A Reedsburg man is charged with kidnapping after allegedly pulling a knife on a man and demanding a ride.
Okay.
Okay.
This
Old
is
school Uber.
country Uber,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Country Uber.
You want 5 stars?
You take credit cards or knives?
Hey, are you Rick? No, you're Rick. I'm getting in, Rick. I'm not Rick. I don't know you, man.
Do we know if he ended up getting a ride?
Oh, we
He
know.
did. Oh, he did.
At
Oh.
about 5:30.
Which, by the way, it is interesting that they call it kidnapping,
When
even if
there's
it's a man
an
taking
adult.
another
A man
man.
napping.
It's
Yeah.
man napping.
Which never happens enough in my life.
There,
Wait till you have to
and
just
usually
take-
men aren't
taking naps.
kidnapped very often.
Not a lot of men are kidnapped. That's such a-
The ladies win in that
I
department.
know.
Suck it, guys.
Wait. I don't think that's something.
We're
we
number
should-
one.
Wait, Fortune. I don't
Number
think
one
that's-
in kidnapping.
I don't think that's something
ladies.
you
brag
wanna-
about that.
Ladies are the best.
Do not brag
we
about that.
get kidnapped.
Why is she
most
so proud of that shit?
She's really
everyone.
proud about it.
Have you seen Mark Norman's bit?
No.
Where he's like, the shit that a woman could say versus what a man. I had an older woman come to me and say, "Ooh, I'm going to kidnap you," and I was like, "If we reverse that,
Nope.
Mark
It's like
Norman.
it's like our Richard Simmons bit. When
Yeah.
Richard Simmons, like on a plane, sucked my thumb.
Yes.
I was like,
Wait,
if
that-
I were to find a random person that I did not know before,
Man
the
or
flight,
woman?
woman, and
Yeah,
just
no, but either
start
way.
sucking that person's thumb,
That's
like,
the moment where we find out who the air marshals are.
oh, it's that guy.
Oh, he's going to spring into action.
Okay, all right. fine.
okay. At about 5:30 a.m.
Oh, that's early.
I'm not guessing they got up at 4:45.
It's hard to
this
get a
is-
ride early in the morning.
Mhm.
This is
She
from the night
knows.
before.
She
That's
knows.
always a stress sleep when you're on the road and you've scheduled your Uber
Ugh.
and you're like, they're not coming.
They're not
You're just
coming.
relying on someone else getting up.
I
that
don't
early.
ever schedule Ubers in advance. I don't trust it.
I don't either.
You got to do it in the moment.
Yeah.
And-
Because
but
you're
even then, you're like, and then some of the places where we build, they're like 17 minutes away, and you know they're in their house and they've accepted the
Yes.
thing, and now you're just waiting for
Getting
them
out
to
of the
leave their
shower.
You're
house.
like, wait, it went up to 21
Right,
minutes?
because they're just in their house.
Yeah.
Like how long does it take you from the time you're like, all right, I need to leave at this time, and then when you get up, minimum 6 minutes.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Okay, at about 5:30 a.m. on July 28th, Deputy Justin Wegmuller.
Great last name.
Great.
Solid.
Wegmuller.
Wegmuller.
Could have stopped at
Weg.
Weg. Wegmuller.
What's up,
Justin
Weg?
Weg.
What's up, Weggy?
Wegmuller was dispatched to the new Lisbon Quick Trip for a report of a disturbance. I love a good Quick Trip.
Yeah.
Urge pizzas, Urge soda, Urge
Stop.
soap, Urge paper towel.
Stop.
It's all brand Urge.
Mm-hmm. Urge Overkill.
You want to know something?
Wasn't that a band?
Up at my
Yeah.
family, I think we talked about this when I
Yeah.
was on your show. My family, we have a little cabin up in Wisconsin.
Mhm.
There's a Quick Trip.
Been there.
That
Slept in
is
Grandma's
the
bed.
healthiest place you can eat in the entire town.
That's saying
I'm
a
not
lot.
joking either.
Dan's right.
They
We've
have
been to
salads.
Yahoo's.
It's the only place that has salads that aren't iceberg
That's
lettuce.
hilarious.
Even
Yeah.
healthier than the buffet at the Foxhole.
Tail.
Foxtail. It's a strip club.
It used to have a buffet. These parents gave it to their son, and he was like, "Thanks for the business. I'm turning this into a strip club."
Oh, wow.
I've eaten there many times, old
sure.
and new.
Hold
Okay,
on. And they have no buffet.
yeah, there's no food service.
Does a lot.
The new
to
place.
Stop it.
They do have crabs. Hey-o.
At Fortune Feimster.
On Twitter.
Send all
I go every
comments.
time I'm there now. They have a blackjack machine that pays out. Okay,
Dan,
here we go.
Stop it, Dan.
The reporting party.
That's the only slot you can put stuff in.
All
Sorry.
right. God damn it.
The reporting party indicated a man held a knife to another man's throat and demanded a ride to Reedsburg. Wegmuller arrived with two other deputies, Gordon and Bourgeois.
Boudoir.
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
B-O-U-R.
He's a little bougie for my taste.
G-E-O-I-S.
Bourgeois. It's bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Bourgeois, which is when you say someone is bourgeois, they're
He's a little
like
bougie.
He's a little
Yeah.
bougie.
But they just, this is,
They got some names of wherever
Right.
this is.
Reedsburg.
well, I could tell you it's from WISC News, and I think it's in Alaska.
Oh,
But I'm not
Alaska.
sure. But I'm not sure.
That's
Dan, is
even
it
harder to find rides there. I
Thank
kind
you.
of get it
Thank
now.
you.
Is it weird to call a town Reedsburg when very few people can actually do that?
Reeds.
Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
right.
Reeds,
Well, it is
Reedsenburg.
I know.
Don't
Yeah.
think so.
Don't think so. Not in this burg.
Okay, Wegmuller arrived with two other deputies, Gordon and Bourgeois. and a state trooper, Lloyd. They're only giving last names for these other cops. You know, Gordon, Bourgeois, and Lloyd.
Gordon and Bourgeois is
It's the entire police force.
It's the Alaskan Rizzolian Isles. We've said it many times before.
Once on scene, Wegmuller saw a man, later identified as Anthony Hansen, Anthony Hansen, standing by the side of the Quick Trip on his phone. 5:30 in the morning, guy on side of Quick Trip on his phone.
If you can't do what you need to do in front of the Quick Trip, then there's something up.
Yes.
Something is up.
Something's going on.
You got to go to
Officers
this side.
approached Hansen, asked him to keep his hands up and not make any sudden movements, and explained why they were there. Okay. Hansen complied, and officers noted a strong odor of intoxicants emanating from Hansen.
If they didn't, there would be a problem.
That's true. I'm totally sober.
I'm good.
Pulling knives on
That's
people.
scarier. That's scary.
Finally, you guys are here. Would you call us?
No.
Then why?
I knew you were coming.
I bet
Where are you guys going after this? Same place as you.
Yeah.
we're hanging out with you all night.
Asked if he had a knife or any other weapons on him, Hansen said no. Wegmuller searched Hansen and found a knife in his
Oh,
pocket.
he lied. He's a liar.
We'll find out he is.
You definitely was like, do you have a knife or any weapon?
No.
No,
Do you have a knife?
no.
Nope.
He reaches in and pulls it out.
Don't look
there
at
it is.
Don't
I
look
hope-
at my butt.
I
There
hope he's
it
like,
is.
you have a knife?
No.
You have no knife on your person.
No.
No. Check
Knife.
me out. And then he repulls it out, and I just hope Hansen went, ta-da! Wasn't there before.
It's
I
magic.
do have Wolverine claws.
Give me some tape.
You're
Some
welcome.
tape. Give me some tape and a spork.
Stop it.
Wegmuller asked Hansen what had happened, to which Hansen, which is always, if you're a cop, this is your favorite part of
Dan,
the interview.
this is your favorite
This is
part.
telling you what happened.
Dan, this is where the cop gets to ask the most open-ended question and just let the person
If I'm
go.
a cop, I would bring stopwatches, and you would take bets on how long will this person talk.
This
We
is
would
a
just go,
4
what
minute.
happened?
And it all. This is where cops, where if they're doing their job correctly,
Sure.
they make the person feel like we're on your side.
Right.
Dude, we're here to
We
figure it
want to
out.
hear
Like, we
your
totally
side
get
of it.
what
Let's
you're
talk to you
saying.
first.
Let's
we
find
know
out
why
how
you
we
pulled
got
a
here.
knife on this jerk.
I used to do
Let's hear
that.
it.
I used to do that when I was a bouncer in a bar.
hear
If I
yours.
knew I was kicking someone out, I'd be like,
Come here and
"Hey
tell
man,
me.
what happened?" And then they'd start telling me, I'd be like, "I can't because of the bar. I can't hear you." Like, and then they start again. I'd be like, "Oh, dude, I need to hear your side. Let's go outside. Tell me what happened." And then we get out there and be like, "You can't come back in."
Oh, what a
mean.
trickster.
So perfect.
That's cold.
That's a pretty good trick. I never
Let's
knew
go
of
out.
that.
Tell me outside. I can't hear you.
I have another trick, Fortune. I want to tell you outside right here.
Don't
Hey.
do it, Fortune.
Don't
do it.
go.
Just right outside here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
No, don't go.
Okay. So they asked him what happened. To which Hansen replied, he was abandoned and wanted to get to Reedsburg. When he was 3, I don't know.
I was
Probably.
abandoned.
Oh,
I was
he's
abandoned.
A life of abandonment. This is dad's
I have
issues.
mother issues.
Yeah.
I
Issues.
needed
Yeah.
to
Severe.
get to
So,
Reedsburg.
you didn't say you got ditched. You get left behind.
Abandoned. That is a crisis.
It's a deeper,
Yes.
more hurtful.
Also,
It's a
leaving.
drunk person wanting to use a word to prove they're sober.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're like, I was abandoned.
This is a travesty.
Yeah.
He's like, my bad. I meant to say a Band-Aid.
You're
You're not a
abandoned.
Band-Aid.
I need a Band-Aid.
Oh,
Yeah,
you need a Band-Aid.
Get him a Band-Aid.
He said abandoned,
So
but
he-
he needs a Band-Aid.
He replied,
Abandon is such a choice of a word. That's
Severe.
like that.
It's a good word.
if
But
us-
it's a personal hurt.
right.
Yeah. He was abandoned and wanted to get to Reedsburg. Hansen asked deputies several times if they could drive him to a woman in Reedsburg.
Yeah.
Can you take me to a woman?
Specific woman.
Nope.
No,
His
it's-
mother.
Yeah.
The abandoner.
We gotta find her.
issues.
We gotta
I
find
need
her,
to
guys.
confront her.
We gotta find her. She left me at a garage sale.
She's gonna be so excited to see me. Nope, it's 5:46 in the morning. I don't think she's
Officers
gonna be very
noted
excited.
Hansen's emotions fluctuated rapidly
Of course.
between happy, sad, and angry.
Yeah.
Drunk.
This is the way abandoned people behave.
Hansen told Wegmuller he'd been drinking at the bar from the, quote, movie that Kurt Russell was in.
Ooh, which?
Quote, the one with Kurt Russell. You know, Kurt Russell. Hansen kept repeating to the officers.
I'm sorry, that
Well,
one doesn't ring a bell.
Overboard?
You don't know Kurt Russell? Big
Golden.
Trouble in Chinese
Little
Town. That's not
China.
even
Nope,
the
no.
title.
Little China in a big
I got a
city.
problem with
Follow
China.
Me Boys when he didn't
Oh.
have a dad because he was abandoned and Fred McMurray became his dad.
It's got to be an older movie, though. I mean, Kurt Russell is in movies, but I don't know that he's starring
Right.
in the
Not
movie.
nowadays.
Yeah.
but-
These
These
Wasn't
days.
he in?
Bone
He was in
Tomahawk.
Guardians of the
Galaxy 2
2?
played the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but would you say that
Starred?
was his movie?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
The Kurt
But
Russell movie.
Overboard was definitely
Overboard is the call.
The
Hateful
Goldie-
Eight, Bone Tomahawk.
So he was mad, he was
He just
angry,
keeps saying-
happy, and sad.
And he keeps saying repeatedly, quote, the one with Kurt Russell, Kurt Russell.
Uh-huh.
This is what I love. These cops are good.
I love it.
Asked if he meant the bar called Roadhouse in Necedah, Hansen said yes.
That's
my friend-
Patrick Swayze.
That's fucking Swayze.
That's a real
get your-
bar. The bar's name
I
is
guess.
Roadhouse.
Yeah, but he
Oh
needs to
my
get his
God.
angels straight.
I was in that bar for the movie with Kurt Russell. You mean Roadhouse?
Yes. Hansen said yes.
It's right by the camp where they dance dirty.
Yeah.
Like I promise you, Patrick Swayze just like rolled over in his grave because
Uh-huh.
he's like, I didn't even get credit for that.
Rolled over on his
pirouetted in
he
his grave.
rolled over in his pottery wheel.
Hansen said his roommate.
You know our idea to make.
I love
to
Kurt
remake-
Russell and Ghost.
Do you know our idea to remake the movie Ghost today and star Patrick Swayze?
Actual star Patrick
Do
Swayze.
it.
All right.
Who would ever know?
Whoopi
Yes.
could still be talking to him.
Who
I'd
would
watch
ever
that
know?
movie.
In the making of the movie, like
yeah,
that's
he
just
comes back and
so.
talks.
So
it's a documentary.
Yeah.
Ghost 2 is a remake booting of the actual movie with actual Patrick.
And you
Swayze.
call it a rebooting. That's Clark Brothers.
Thank you. You made that joke.
I just love that these cops are like, okay, he said it 6 times. Do you mean Roadhouse?
They know what
Yes.
he means. They're just trying to get him as close to it as they can.
Hansen said his roommate dropped him off at the bar to help the owner close. No, you wanted to go drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna help him. I gotta help him close.
It's just opening up. What do you mean?
I'm gonna drink 10 beers.
Yeah, but it's
while
the-
he closes.
They're just opening right now. You're gonna help him close.
I gotta.
They clean the tables.
I'm gonna sit there and watch him.
He needs me.
He doesn't need you to watch. That's not
I'm
helping.
gonna hold a towel. in
That's
my
not
hand.
helping.
Hansen, stop drinking the half cans.
He needs me.
I'm just buzzing the
I'm
table.
gonna put my mouth under the beer spigot.
No, that goes.
Just for a minute.
No.
I'm cleaning it.
No,
Hansen.
that's
I'm
not how you.
cleaning
That's
it.
not
That's
how
not
you
how we
clean
clean
the
it.
pipes.
I'm cleaning it.
We don't clean it with our own mouths.
You guys don't like Kurt
You
Russell.
guys-
I hate you.
That was Swayze.
Oh no, he's angry again.
Oh my.
Hansen said his roommates dropped him off at the bar to help the owner close. He missed his ride, which that's his whole life.
Yep.
He missed his ride, so the owner told him to get a ride with her friend.
Okay.
Well,
I love that the bar's owned by a woman. Can I just
We
for
don't have
once
enough
say-
female bar owners
Yeah.
in this world.
Hansen got into a vehicle with a man whose name he did not know.
Don't ever do that.
That means he just got into a random
He got
guy's
into
car.
someone's car.
He kept repeating.
he got into someone's car who was like, "Now we got to deal with this."
Right.
And I'm
Let's
Garrett-
go to the quick trip and just leave. Tell him, "Hey, go out and get whatever you want, and then just leave."
He probably sat in someone's car seat,
He
like
kept-
a 2-year-old's car seat in the back.
I'm good. I'm good.
Why
I'm good. I
is-
fit.
I can't get the seatbelt on.
He kept repeating. I ate these Cheerios. He kept repeating to officers the man was supposed to drive him to Reedsburg.
Reedsburg.
Hansen claimed the man abandoned him at the New Lisbon Quick Trip when he went to buy cigarettes. The officers spoke to the report.
How fast did that guy peel out the second
Second
he
he
went
got out
into
of the car.
Like,
No, he had to let him get far enough
and
in.
I mean, he peeled out like like smoking.
You're
in the
not going to go
Bandit
anywhere.
style.
No, I'm turning off the car right now.
Everything's
You're not going to
off.
go anywhere.
I'll be right in there with
You're
you.
not gonna go
as
anywhere.
soon as the ding.
Don't
ding,
abandon me. Don't abandon me, okay?
I'm right
I've
here,
been
man.
through a lot, okay?
I'm right here, man. Go
Don't
in and
abandon.
get your cigarettes.
Kurt Russell wouldn't abandon me.
No way, it's Patrick Swayze. Go right in, and I'll be right back.
Okay,
The officers
as long as you
spoke
don't leave.
with the reporting party, a.k.a. the friend in the car, that I'm going to call Jeff just to keep
Okay.
this
Why
easier.
not? Okay.
Jeff said he fled from the Quick Trip as soon as he was able.
Of course.
Jeff said
Yeah.
he had almost run into Hansen in the middle of the road outside of Roadhouse. Also, all of this is on brand for Roadhouse.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the way most people go home.
That means the drunk guy threw himself on the guy's hood.
Totally.
Yeah. Whoa!
Hey.
Oh,
What's going on here?
are you Michael, my driver?
No.
He almost ran into him in the middle of the road outside of Roadhouse and stopped to offer assistance. I don't want to victim blame here, but middle of the night, do not. I mean, you can window cracked. You can be like, "You need any? Are you okay?"
I'm gonna call you an Uber.
Right.
This is me. Person jumps out in front of my car. Scary person jumps out in front of my car as I'm driving.
Hit reverse as fast as you can.
No, knock him over and then crack the window a little bit as you're driving over him and saying, "I'm calling an ambulance for you."
Yes.
Like as you're pulling away.
Right. It wouldn't be bad.
Take
It's
him
better
out.
than being out like, "What do you need?" Don't.
Well, if he called him an ambulance, that would get a ride to Reedsburg.
Hansen told him, that's Jeff. He told Jeff he needed a ride to Reedsburg. But Jeff said he did not want to drive that far and offered Hansen a ride to a motel.
Okay.
That's fair. It's pretty not nicer than most people.
Exactly.
Jeff took Hansen to St. Joseph Motel, but they were unable to get a room there or at the motel across the street. We got a real Mary and Joseph situation here.
I mean, that's a lot of effort being put in by this guy.
By a random guy.
Yeah.
right. Who maybe is the friend of the bar owner. We don't know that he isn't.
And also, like, is he getting a motel room to be with this guy?
Yeah, what's happening?
Like, is
what's
that what's
happening?
about to
I
Is this
don't
a
know.
love
Because a
turn?
motel is an odd
Because it
place
says
to take
they
someone
were
to.
unable to get
Yeah,
a room.
like
were
they were
unable to
both
get a
trying.
room.
You would just drop them off and say good luck, but it
Yeah.
sounds like they were like, let's see what we can get.
Yeah,
After-
because at that point, you're so right. If it is a random person, you pull up to the motel. And
All
you're
right,
like,
buddy.
take it
Thanks.
easy,
Yeah.
man. Have a good night.
little bit of
You got
on
that.
the hood as you.
Yeah, you got there to choose from and there to choose from.
Yeah.
Two options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I've
he
done
went
my
with
part.
him
Yeah.
to get a room. That sounds suspicious.
After they were unable to get a room, Jeff stated Hansen pulled a knife, held it to his throat, and demanded a ride to Reedsburg. Fearing for his life, Jeff agreed to drive to Reedsburg. I'd be like, okay, we're going to Reedsburg.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's
Jeff
go.
said he and Hansen got back into the truck where he convinced Hansen to stop at a Quick Trip for cigarettes. So that's Jeff being like, you need cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm
I mean-
saying Jeff is like batting 1,000 right now. Other
Except for
than taking him,
stopping.
except for stopping.
They
For
both
every choice he made.
Leading up to this. Once it was a crisis, Jeff is doing all the
he
right things.
convinced Hansen to stop at Quick Trip for cigarettes. They both went into the store. So that was a real
Rook-
you gotta
rookie
come to.
move.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But Jeff fled as soon as he had the chance. Once around the block, he called 911. I would have driven more than a block.
Way
Farther
farther.
down the block.
Wegmuller asked Hansen if he pulled the knife on Jeff. Hansen initially said no, but then changed his story and said the man was hitting on him, asked and wanted to have exchange money for sex. That's also not knife worthy.
Yeah,
You just
no.
go no.
Just say no thanks.
He goes,
Or yes.
I'm not giving you those blowjobs, but I do need a ride.
To Reedsburg.
Also, that's all a lie. Even if Jeff hit on him, they went to the hotel together.
Motel.
So you were you're right.
Dan.
It's not a holodome.
Dan.
They were he
So
was not opposed to if
now
that was
I-
happening.
Now I know why he said at the beginning, you need to take me to Reedsburg to see a woman.
Yeah.
This is
That's
him
a lie,
establish-
too.
Right. It's establishing that he's
like,
straight.
no-
or maybe
no
it is.
homo.
He's both. Maybe
I'm
he's
going
bi.
to see a lady, no,
No
homo.
homo.
Right? And so
Stop
what?
saying that, sir. That's not going in the
No,
report.
there's a lady waiting on me, so no,
No
homo.
homo.
Hey,
Don't
stop.
say that.
You got to stop. Wait, so what if, like, when you think about a reed is like a long, thin,
Sure.
You can
we-
make noise out
yeah,
of.
like you can almost blow into
Yes.
a reed.
Yes, you do actually.
Guess what else you can blow?
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
okay.
so-
Hansen,
Hashtag no
again,
homo.
That's
Hansen,
a-
I'm not putting that in the report.
That's a euphemism.
He
I
wanted
want you to
bl-
take
he
me to
wanted blow-
Reedsburg.
He wanted to blow.
I'm taking you
on
to
my
Reedtown.
No,
I'm taking you to Dixville.
I love that he's like, "Did you pull a knife on him?" No, and then instantly he's like, "Okay, yes."
Yes.
Because you want to have sex with me.
Asked
He
about
tried-
stopping at motels, Hansen initially denied they had stopped at motels. Once pressed for more information, he said they did stop at motels.
Of course.
Okay.
You're just a liar, Hansen.
Just tell the
No, I
truth. They're
did
going
not.
to get it
All
out
right,
of you.
you
in a
want-
minute.
And that
Should-
Jeff had taken him to the motels to try and have sex with him.
Okay.
What? You knew all this is BS. Wegmuller placed Hansen under arrest, which led Hansen becoming upset and stating he did not understand.
No.
Of course you don't.
Why
get
am I
it.
the one getting arrested?
Hansen claimed he was being placed. This is my favorite excuse ever. He was being placed under arrest for not performing oral sex on Jeff.
No, that's not a law. That's not a law. You didn't suck his. All right.
This is gay profiling.
Right.
That's right.
He told officers they should have arrested Jeff for hitting on an extremely drunk man.
Okay.
It's also not illegal to hit on someone.
Yeah.
It's illegal
Totally not.
to maybe
It's-
harass somebody, but you can be drunk and be like, "Hey, I'm drunk. Are you drunk?" Although you shouldn't drive. if you're
It's
drunk.
misdemeanor. It's misdemeanor. guy.
Asked why he continued trying to call Jeff after he was left at the Quick Trip, so he keeps trying to call Jeff.
Oh, he has his number.
Hansen yelled, "Quote! Exclamation point! Because he abandoned me."
Yeah.
So he is hurt now.
Yeah.
See, this is
breakup?
about
Is this a
love.
It is a love.
This is about
it's
love.
a love abandonment.
If there are no feelings there, then
you're not calling
drive
that
off
guy.
into
Yeah.
the night.
Hansen then, if you can believe it, I think this is the 5th time.
The fact that this guy owns a phone is surprising.
it flips. It flips. Sure, gymnast phone.
and that he has Jeff's number.
Yeah.
They,
I know.
they had
There was
clearly some
something
stuff was
happened.
going on.
Thank you.
And Jeff's was on board until the knife came out.
Yeah.
Hansen then changed his story again.
Of course he did.
Saying instead that he had asked Jeff to pull over at Quick Trip because he wanted to get out of the vehicle. No, you didn't.
Not
No.
true.
Hansen was transported to jail where he provided a preliminary breath test, which registered at how much?
Okay.
How drink?
Oh.
How
See?
drink?
How drink
How
is he?
drink
How
was
drink
he?
is he?
How drink do you guys think?
So just so you
Hansen
know,
was?
and I'm sure you do, but for people listening at home,
Drink sounds more friendly.
0.08 is the legal limit.
Right.
If you're above that, you are now driving a DUI.
Yeah.
If you drive
0.08.
0.08. So
Point one
is
is
a lot.
very drunk. Point two is
No, yeah, 0.1 to 0.5, you're
drunk. Point
Yeah.
2 is out of control.
point three. They
is
just poured it like vodka into the breathalyzer.
So a 3.
Now,
Ah.
but here, keep in
3.0,
mind, just
Jesus.
because I want to be fair, I'll remind you of everything.
Yeah.
It's 5:30 in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
so it's been a while since
hasn't
he drank.
eaten.
So you should factor in
Oh,
time.
Oh, and
Okay.
he has not eaten yet.
Yes, and no, he's definitely not eating. He's gonna.
So how-
he
so
got
you-
some Takis.
You can
from the
go.
Quick Trip,
You
but
can
that's
guess. Yeah, Takis first or in between the two of us, which is the Tig Notaro slot, Tig, or third. Where would you like to guess, Fortune?
I'll do the Tignataro
Okay,
slot.
do the Tig
Okay,
slot.
Jay
Jay,
or
go
Ann?
first.
Jay.
Jay.
So Dan, you saying that makes me think that he was like maybe like a 0.09.
Well, I just wanted you to factor it in.
I
But
am.
fair.
I think he was a point. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah,
You're
yeah,
next.
it's
Fortune. You're next.
Fortune.
0.1.
0.1.
0.
Okay.
0.10?
Yeah, yes. Yeah,
Ooh, so
sorry.
one up.
I think 0.2.
Okay.
Getting out on this?
I will tell you that Hansen is scheduled for initial appearance August 21st, so it's already. No, it hasn't. Yes, it has happened.
If you want to go to Reedsburg and see the
At the Juneau County Justice Center.
So this is in Alaska.
Okay. The amount of blood alcohol content, the reading on the breathalyzer for Hansen, the man who changed his story and not his heart, is 0.18.
Wow. Dang.
More than twice the
I
legal
said that
limit.
because I'm sure this guy was over 0.2 at some
Oh
point.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But it had probably
faded.
been at least 2 hours since he drank, and who
3.
knows what he ate.
By the way,
he probably got,
0.18.
3-for-1 hot dogs at the Quick Trip.
0.18 is Alaska sober. Just ask John Doerr. All right, shall we take a break?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
Take a break. Fortune Feimster is with us. It's Dumb People Town. Stay.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
It's a trying time that challenges all of our basic assumptions. However, one thing that brings us all together is our common humanity. Now, more than ever, teams must come together and work together to solve big challenges. And Trello is here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format. Plus, tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Teams of all shapes and sizes and companies like Google, Fender, and even Costco all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. With Trello, you can work with your team wherever you are, whether it's at home or in an office. No matter what device you're using, computer, tablet, or phone, Trello syncs across all of them, so you can stay up to date on all the things your team cares about. Keep your workflow going from wherever you are with Trello. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com. Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's collaborative suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to DPT. That's Dumb People Town. Our guest is Fortune Feimster. She's a great follow on Twitter and on Instagram. What are you? You are
Fortune Feimster on Instagram and Fortune Funny on Twitter.
Okay.
Fortune Funny on Twitter.
Follow both of those. And you have a fantastic Sirius XM show with our buddy Tom Papa.
Yeah, all
on
of you
the
guys have been
Netflix
on
channel.
it.
Yes.
You've done it, and I loved it.
What a Joke with Papa and Fortune on Channel 93 on Sirius XM.
What time is it? It's a morning show.
It's a morning show, 7 o'clock Pacific time, which is 10 o'clock Eastern time.
Great drive time, you guys.
Then it repeats in the afternoon, like 2 and 5, something like that.
You guys have a great chemistry.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
you're both super funny individually, but I love the rapport together with you guys. You've really developed that.
It's cool because we are similar in a lot of ways and different in a lot of ways, and we have a very different perspective. And he knows a lot of stand-ups that I don't know, and so I've been meeting a lot of people, and then I'm introducing him to people that
Well, he's
he
New
doesn't
York
know.
comedy for a lot. And yeah, he's out in LA and he's been in LA for a while, but I think of him as like coming up in New York, and you came up in LA.
I came up here, so I don't know a lot of the New York
So had you met
guys.
Seinfeld before you guys had him on? How was that?
It was amazing because I'd always wanted to meet him.
For sure.
But I certainly didn't know that I would ever get to like sit down and talk comedy with him.
Yeah.
So he was going to come in for 30 minutes and ended up staying an hour and a half.
Wow.
And I just was like, the three of us were just having this like cool conversation about comedy. And to me, it felt like, oh, I'm a real comic now.
Yeah.
Like, not that I
You
wasn't
are.
before,
I
but it
know,
just
but-
felt like.
Hey, Hamilton, you're just in the room where it happened.
You're where it happened.
No, you were there because you belong there.
Oh,
That's-
thank you.
Is that listenable to people who have the Sirius XM app? You can go back in the
you guys
archives.
release YouTube. I know that my article the day I did with Kilmartin, that's released on YouTube. My interview with you guys.
They put like, I think they do like maybe like 70% of the interview they put on YouTube. And then I think they're fixing the app so that all of the stuff's on demand now.
Great.
Awesome.
As of the last few days, I believe.
That's
Definitely
great.
going to check that out.
Yeah.
And you have dates and stuff where you're doing live stuff coming up.
Yeah, I'm on the road. I'm in Santa Fe coming up in Phoenix, Arizona, because I'm shooting an hour special the end of September in Charlotte.
Nice.
Where do you know where it's going yet or no?
I do, but they haven't
Can't
announced
allow
it yet.
Okay, then I won't say anything.
But
else.
it's
Yeah.
got a home.
And it's got a home, and so I'm shooting that in Charlotte and doing a show in Newton, North Carolina. Everyone's like, "Where's that?"
Where is that?
It's near Hickory.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just then Huntsville, Alabama, Nashville, all kinds of places.
I love where you're going. So where in
Thanks.
Santa Fe do you do? Is it a
It's
theater
a new festival, Cloud
Nice.
Top Comedy Festival.
Great.
They asked, I think Maria Bamford's doing it too.
Cool.
So it's just like a
It's
cool,
a great town.
cool desert comedy festival.
It's a great town.
I've never been to Santa Fe.
So there is a lunch spot. I'm going to tell you right now. Pasquale's.
Oh yeah.
Dave Pasquale's?
Yeah.
Not Dave Pasquale's.
It's really, really good. And so definitely
Okay.
check her out. If you go to fortunefeimster.com,
That's the one.
You can see all these dates. And if she's playing near you or you're nearby any of these shows, or you're lucky enough to see the taping of your
Yeah.
special, which is always fun to be at a taping of a special.
Hear your
'cause you
laugh,
get to really
see your
help
face
out.
on the
I
cover.
know, it's gonna be fun.
Check it out. I'm sure all that stuff's available on
Yes.
fortunefeimster.com. And then listen to the radio show. Now, Dan, you've got some dates
Yeah, just
coming
go
up.
to danielvankirk.com. If you're in the Midwest or the East Coast between like the 12th of October and the middle of November, chances are I am coming to see you, including also like Nashville, Louisville, and Milwaukee. So,
now-
danielvankirk.com. Let's hang out.
When this drops, we will have already done our Largo show, live Largo show with Pete Yorn and Kate McCucci and Andy Richter, which I'm very excited about. But the next one looking forward is in New York
On the 13th.
On the 13th of October. with Michael Che and Aparna. It is going to be super fun. We
nice.
might add a little musical. John, we're working on that as well. And if we sell that
show
out, we'll
was
do another
so
one.
much fun last time we did it. Guys, get there early. Get your tickets.
Get your tickets now because
and then
will
get there
sell.
early because it was standing room only last time.
Yeah.
So come on.
That's
Let's
at
have
the
fun in
Bell
New York
House
again.
in Brooklyn. You can always
Also,
go
hey,
and
this Saturday or this Sunday night, we're coming up. We're gonna be at Flappers. We're doing an hour. We're like working our hour, which is good because we're close to our new hour.
Yeah.
Which we're very, very
so
excited
good
about.
right now with what you guys have
Thank
going
you.
on.
Thank you.
And I should highlight that I'll be at Zany's in Rosemont in Chicago the 16th through the 19th
Go to that.
of
There you
October.
go.
So come see
See
me in
Dan
Chicago.
if you're in Chicago, or see Dan, and then the
And
next
you guys.
week,
Yeah.
see us at Tinley Park Convention.
that's
Go see
September
comedy.
27th. I know,
Yes,
right?
go
It's
see
all
comedy.
there.
Oh, I'm
Enjoy.
doing a bunch of LA shows too in
Nice.
September.
Great.
So check it
The
out.
best.
All right, let's hop
do
into
another
do it?
story. Yeah.
Okay. Sent in by Leah Harris at Cheeky Chick 1016.
Thank you, girl.
Cleveland.
Ooh.
Hey, we don't
We
hit
don't
Cleveland
normally
very
get
often.
to
I'll
it.
be
Oh,
going
yeah?
there on my tour.
Nice.
There you
Hot in
go.
Cleveland. We'll
Yeah.
be there in
Some
February.
good restaurants there.
Some great restaurants.
Do you
and
go to the Greenhouse Tavern?
I haven't been to that one, but
Street?
I haven't been there. That's good.
So good.
One of my favorite Mexican restaurants is there. I don't remember the name of it, but it's like where you can make your own tacos.
Come on.
in there.
That's
Oh.
why.
Can you
That's why
please-
Cleveland
So
is.
I'll find the name for you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why Cleveland, to many people, is called Little Mexico.
They do.
You would
They're
have
trying to build a wall around Cleveland
I know.
just to
I
keep
can't
all the
believe
A
it.
Cleveland bank robber is providing a new chapter in the book World's Dumbest Criminals.
Okay.
I mean,
to
if
be
you-
known as a Cleveland bank robber.
Yeah.
And
Alone,
also-
if that's your
And
title.
also, there is no book called World's Dumbest Bank.
No, there's a podcast.
Okay.
I guess so.
Ours.
Yes.
This also comes out of Fox 8 in Cleveland.
Thank you, Fox 8.
You've probably promoted one of our shows in Cleveland.
It was just after 11 a.m. on Monday that a man walked up to the counter.
11 a.m. is brash. I know the bank's got to be open in order for you to rob it, but that is like mid-morning,
Yeah. You already had breakfast.
not just lunchtime. Exactly. You are
if you were
up
going to
and
put
moving.
thght into it, when would you rob?
9
a.m.
a.m.
The-
Right
like,
when
right
the-
when they open.
It's
Yeah.
8:30.
When
Like
people,
you
when
see
people
Hell
are
or High Water.
groggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
Hell or High Water?
No.
I did
They
not.
would wait for the
I will-
person coming to unlock the door because then no one else is in there. You don't have to worry about anything.
I said I will see that movie
I'm
under
Very good.
Nice.
any
Very good.
circumstances. Okay, sorry.
Nut. It was just after 11
Boom.
a.m. on Monday that a man walked up to the counter at the U.S. Bank branch at 7993 Euclid Avenue.
Put it on the tour.
Them people town walking tour
Mhm.
on the city's east side and passed a note demanding money.
I love that. That's just still the way it goes.
A
There's an
note.
unwritten rule. You got to write the note and
Why
slide
would
it.
you want to create more evidence? That's what I've never understood.
Unless you
Dan.
type the note.
Now your
Yeah.
fingerprints are on. Like, why
Type.
would you do
You
this?
should
why you
cut
type
out the letters like a ransom
Like
letter.
a serial killer.
Like a magazine from a magazine.
But
They-
is it-
Yes.
What's wrong? Why do people not just say it? Do they think like, well, I didn't say it?
Isn't that the greatest?
But
scene
that's the
in-
moment where Dan like whoever is, if there are people listening to the podcast who work at banks, they then say, "I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Can you come outside and tell me?"
Erica.
And that's good.
Yeah.
I've never gotten that move, but you're right. That is the move.
Yeah.
How about
Because it's like they're putting their bank statement.
But
like,
nobody else slides a note to a bank teller. So it's if someone
Yeah,
slides,
if you're getting a note, you're like, fuck.
fuck? Here we go.
You don't even have to read it.
Meanwhile,
you're like, all
guy,
right.
guy, next person in line who's scrolling through his phone and
Yeah.
has his earbuds
Angry.
in is like, "What
What's
the
going
fuck?
on?"
Let's go, God!"
And you're like, why aren't you depositing your checks just as mobile banking? That's the easiest thing. Anyway.
When the teller took the note and looked at it and looked at the other side, she saw his name. He had used a note that he had used earlier at the BMV, which I believe is the Bureau of Motor Vehicles.
Not
And
the
it
DMV.
had his name on it. Said Special Agent Vicki Anderson of the Cleveland office of the FBI.
Vicki Anderson has been wearing the Bump It since the day it came out.
Vicki Anderson to me sounds like a name of somebody who sells Tupperware, but that is why you do not underestimate people because she is a goddamn FBI agent.
Vicki Anderson.
Vicky is an FBI agent?
Yes.
And is now robbing a bank.
No,
No.
this is she's
Vicki
reporting
Anderson-
on the situation.
Wait, did I rob a bank?
No.
What?
Fortune, we have bad news for you.
Vicki Anderson is the kind of woman who wears a pantsuit to a kid's birthday party.
That's right. Vicki Anderson has kicked down her fair share of doors.
She's played by Lauren Holly. You know it.
I think she's, I don't know. Why am I thinking, I don't know.
Authorities say, as Michael Harrell was robbing the bank, he actually wrote the holdup note on the back of a document from the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles, complete with his name and address.
Yes! There he is.
Easy to find.
Dude.
Bro, well, he needed some paper.
He was like, "Can you direct deposit the money I'm stealing
Here's
into my
my
account?"
Here is my number.
No problem. Can we just get your social?
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Sure.
Why wouldn't I?
Where was I? already forgot it.
I have a
The
guess.
investigator said the teller was stunned. This is where right now. This is where you're about to love this teller.
Okay.
She actually even referred to him as Michael.
Now, Michael.
Michael.
You want? How do you want those bills? Michael Harrell of.
Does he freak
14?
out when she realizes that?
I don't know.
He's like, "How'd you know my name?"
I know, right? You're good.
By the way-
Dude, your service here is impeccable. You
That
take the
is-
time to know your customer.
That is so bold because you know she just slipped it in conversation. Now, how do you want those bills, Michael? I mean, he probably just felt comfortable.
Right.
You know?
He's
He
like,
forgot.
for it.
He
Oh,
forgot he
thanks.
was robbing a bank.
He's like, "Oh, thanks for asking."
Yeah, here at U.S. Bank, we take the time to get to know our robbers.
Everyone
as
who's
well as we
robbing
know
us-
our customers.
You're all the same, guys.
We don't want to rob you of good customer service.
She actually even referred to him as Michael, quote, gave him the money and called him Michael, then notified law enforcement. She called him Michael, I believe.
Twice.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double Michael.
She
You know,
double
he was
Michael
like,
that
something
situation.
didn't seem right.
Yeah.
Authorities.
That went a little too smoothly.
Once authorities confirmed that Harrell was the same man caught on surveillance cameras robbing the bank, a warrant was quickly issued for his arrest.
Yeah.
The FBI said this is not the first time that a bank robber has left something incriminating on a piece of evidence at the scene, but in each case, it makes the job finding the suspect a lot easier.
Does
Sure
it?
does.
Thanks, Vicky.
We've had individuals drop things on the way out the door that they didn't intend to, obviously. We've had individuals drop cell phones. You
Wallets.
Go back.
Yeah.
Don't take anything identifying
Right.
with you.
You listening, robbers?
You hear that, everybody?
Here's some
when
advice.
you rob your
You need
next
to check the gram while you're waiting in line to rob a bank.
don't.
We've had individuals drop cell phones that have their identifying information in it.
We have individuals drop knowledge.
Yeah, they dropped knowledge. They've dropped their address now on
Those
a sheet of
keychains with their names
They
on
drop
it.
beats.
Hints.
Anderson said, quote, a lot of times we're sending out pictures. We have no idea who the person could be or what part of town they're from. And when you present a note that has your name already on it and address, it helps law enforcement tremendously.
Oh, that's
That
nice.
is it's
How
a
about
real
it solves
helpful.
the case?
Yes.
I love that they could. I love that
They're
law
like, he
enforcement.
robbed us of our job.
That's
They're
right.
not willing to go so
far
far
as to say
say
it solved the case for us.
Well, here's why.
They're like, "We figured this out."
Investigators said the smart move now for Harrell would be to turn himself in.
Oh, he hasn't done it yet and they haven't caught him yet?
Anyone with information on Harrell's whereabouts
What?
should call the Cleveland Division of the Police, the FBI, or the Cuyahoga County Crime Stoppers at 216-252-7463.
How have they not caught him yet?
Calls
Fortune?
can
They
remain-
didn't get him right as he was leaving
Crime
the bank.
Stoppers.
Call or the fact that they know where he lives.
He's in Mexico right now.
Calls
What if
him
that
and
wasn't
Andy.
his document?
What if he's smarter than we
That's a
think?
great-
Oh, we got him on a wrong.
Oh.
He's setting
Now
up
who's
Michael
dumb?
Harrell.
Calls
Now
can
who's
remain
dumb,
anonymous
Vicky?
and reward money is available. We will get out of here on this. How old is Michael Harrell? So, Fortune, as always, you're our guest. You can go first, Tig, or third. How old do you think the man who tried to rob a bank and recently had to go down to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles with his information on the back?
21.
21
So
years
you know he's
old.
more than 16. So
Yeah.
I think this guy's 40.
40 from Jason Sklar.
I agree with Fortune. I think this is the work of a younger, dumber person. This is a person who had the idea in mind, like hasn't lived enough
Right.
to do something like that. I think 24.
Okay. Michael Harrell. Play along, townies, wherever you are. Guess that age.
Shout it at your ham
Shout
radios.
Shout it. Shout it out loud. Okay. Michael Harrell is 54 years old.
Come
I could not have read that
I was
wrong.
reading old into this.
Wow.
Wow,
Good
man.
God, you should
Not
know
even
better.
old enough to be senile.
No, you should know. Oh, he's in the old range of you
In
should
the
know
old
better.
range,
Yeah.
you should know better. There's
By the
still
way, 54, I used to be like, God, that's
so old. That's just like a guy working on his garage
Yeah.
in black socks and a
6 years older than us.
Yep. All right, there
Yes.
we go.
Wow.
That's story number 2 down in the books. Dan, can you tease us with what we'll be talking about in our final story today?
2 quick things. 1, a little story that I forgot to tell you guys at the top of
Ooh,
the show.
fun. Love
and
it.
2, an apologetic thief.
Okay.
Fortune Feimster's with us, and this is Dumb People Town. You don't want to go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Dan, take us home with a story or
Okay.
two little things.
Quick little thing.
Yes.
First of all, totally forgot.
Yes.
I was in Vegas.
Ooh.
Do you go to Vegas, by the way?
Occasionally, but not.
What's your
Have you done
what
the
is your
cellar?
relationship with Vegas?
My relationship in Vegas is I'm doing a show. I'm gonna do the show and then leave the next day.
Do you
2 days max.
do you gamble at all?
No, I'm not a big gambler.
Yeah.
I'll occasionally
Do you
do a
hang at
slot
the pool?
machine.
Like the bar?
I tried hanging out at
Floating
the
bar?
pool, and it's too much of a scene.
Right.
Yeah.
Like finding even a spot.
Yeah,
Right.
You're
that's
like,
a pain
I
in the
just
ass.
need shade, and they're
Right.
like, no, you're all gonna burn.
You want
in the
shade? That'll be
sun.
$1,000
Yeah.
to sit on under that cabana.
You do have to like pay a tremendous amount of money to have
you
shade.
can have shade. Go
Yeah.
have shade right over there.
And it's not worth it to me.
The guy fluffing your towel, you got to pay him $800.
Yeah, I'm
Where do
just
you
not a
perform when you're
Vegas
usually there?
person. They were doing this series for a while at the Venetian.
Yeah.
They had lady comics like once a month, and then, but I think they stopped doing that. I did that like 4 times. It was pretty cool.
How are the audiences? Good.
They were good. It wasn't your typical like
Vegas
Vegas
crowd.
show where there's just like get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got money to
Yeah.
lose.
They were pretty cool, but I haven't been to Vegas in maybe 2 years.
I want to do
so.
the cellar there so bad.
You
I've heard
haven't
great
done
things
it.
about it.
I
And
haven't
Kimmel's
done
Club,
it.
I've heard.
Kimmel's
is
Club is
too.
great. Okay.
Yeah.
So my quick little thing is I'm in Vegas, and being the Midwestern basic bitch that I am, I go to the Vanderpump Lounge inside Caesar's
No.
I saw
Oh.
you sent me a picture.
I know, and I'm
It's
sitting.
in Caesars.
You're drinking a martini.
So good. I'm
Skinny
sitting
martini.
there. I
Skinny
love
martini.
Big flowers, like flowers too big. All the
Yeah.
flowers
Everything's
are too
too
big.
big.
Everything's pink.
Gorgeous.
Martini.
Lisa Vanderpump is run rampant.
She
throughout.
rules.
And you can't do too much. It's Vegas, so
Yeah.
she has carte blanche.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I hear, "Hey, man," and I turn around and the guy
Oh
goes,
God.
"Are you Daniel Van Kirk?"
Nope.
Get out of here.
Nope.
I'm a huge Dumb People Town
Yeah.
fan.
Yes.
I heard your
boom.
voice first.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know that voice. And I was like, thank you so much. I was not that drunk. But it was, so I had a message from a Dumb People Town fan
Town.
at Vanderpump
That's
Lounge
amazing.
that told me to
Man.
tell you guys.
Thank
I
you.
love the
Thanks,
show.
dude.
There
Was
you go.
very was a cool.
Joey was his name. Great dude.
Thanks,
Joey.
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's always fun because
Oh, very fun.
because you are in people's ears and
Yeah.
you're in their brain. And if you're
Yeah.
ever listening to Sirius Radio on your
I mean,
app
you're
or
gonna,
whatever,
every day, you're going
You're-
to have people all
Guys,
the
I
time.
don't want to brag, but oh,
Yeah, I mean-
so many
Plus-
years,
plus
so
you're
many years
already-
right now.
You've already crushed for years.
the
I'm in
point
so
is
many
that
years
like
right now.
people get comfortable with your voice and you are, if they listen to your podcast a lot, you are a voice of their most listened to voices in their
Yeah.
lives. So
yeah.
it makes sense that would happen. That's really cool. Were you
Oh, I
talking
love
really
it.
loudly?
It's me.
Hey, what's going on over there? Why are these flowers so big? Get down from there, Diane.
Why are these martinis $30?
Yeah. That dumb people down
10 out
voice?
of Where's Jax? 10 out of 10 would recommend
Van Kirk?
Vanderpump Lounge.
Where's
And if they want to
Jax?
sponsor Dumb People Town, they should.
Sure, why
Okay.
not?
Sent in. This is a fun little story. Sent in by Joe Luttrell at The Gentleman Joe.
Thanks, buddy.
Always on it.
Sends great ones.
This is from app.com.
Thank you, app.com.
You done
Lacey.
with APP?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
know
know
me.
Karma caught up to a ketchup thief who swiped a bottle from the Lacey Perkins. I don't know.
I don't know.
Dan,
No,
Dan, do you understand?
I get it now. It's in Lacey from the Perkins
Oh,
in
the
Lacey.
Perkins.
I
Yeah.
literally thought it was a place called Lacey Perkins.
I was like,
and
I
I'm
know Perkins.
Perkins in late.
Do you know how clever the person thought they were with the caught up ketchup?
Oh, you're right.
Karma
Caught up
to a
caught
ketchup
up to a
thief.
ketchup.
Karma
I
caught
didn't
up
catch
to
that.
a ketchup thief sounds like a verse from American Bye Miss American Pie that they're like, we can't use that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
The-
already too full.
whoever-
Karma caught up with a ketchup thief.
Don, it's already too
The
full.
guy,
Done,
whoever
done.
wrote this article is like, I should have written a book. I have so many.
Don, you're dating
Good
your great
line.
niece's friend. We can't play that song anymore.
Karma caught up to a ketchup thief who swiped a bottle from the Lacey Perkins on
Mm-hmm.
South Main Street. Add that to the walking tour. According to a note,
Who swiped a bottle from a man named Keith.
Don, it's too big already. You got
Don,
the
you guys-
church bells were broken. You got to
The
lose
fact
something.
that you're dating an 11-year-old means we cannot play your music anymore, Don.
According to a note,
Right now, I'm going to Google Don.
Google how
McLean.
young Don McLean's girlfriend was.
McLean,
young
wife.
girlfriend. It's real.
Oh, Lacey Perkins with a summer
No,
gherkin.
sorry.
Durkin.
Do you want the men whiskey and rye, or do you want this Perkins bit? Because you can't. We got to
The
take something out.
day
I didn't know about this Don McLean
the
story.
I didn't either.
ketchup got swiped.
Okay. According to the note posted to the Lacey Township Chatter Facebook group.
Which, by the way,
Which was
you
just
know
a
there are a lot.
rumor. Oh,
There are
my
a lot.
God.
This is like nextdoor.com.
American
for,
Pie singer Don McLean, 73, and model girlfrild 24.
No!
Confirmed their
Right now?
romance.
Now, wow.
Just started singing. Bye.
How old is this guy?
Bye, bye, my innocence and youth.
Uncle Ken hates that song. All right. The
He
ketchup
should.
thief, feeling the sting of bad luck after lifting the tomato product, replaced, you were right about this person wanting to be an author, replaced the missing bottle with 2 new ones and left an apology note to the staff.
Oh,
That's
so
nice.
Guilty.
That's nice.
Dan, don't you say you can take, what can you take from Chipotle?
Oh, all the Tabasco sauce you want.
That's it.
The,
I don't
all-
think
that's
I don't think
right.
you can, Dan.
Like the bottles?
Yes.
What do
take
you
the whole
mean?
thing.
That's not
Dan,
right.
you
I've asked
cannot.
them.
They say if you
Dan,
want the
that-
bottle,
Dan,
take
ready?
You
it.
asked one person who doesn't care about
Yeah.
their job.
Yeah, Dan.
And they're
You
like,
mean
take
everyone
it.
at Chipotle?
That's
They have
true.
an E. coli breakout every 9 days.
Okay.
You think they're worried about how much Chipotle Tabasco
Yes.
sauce they take?
Do they really?
Yes.
You can just take
And
it.
I have a joke about it in my stand-up because I love Chipotle. I'm like, I don't care.
Oh
but
my
whatever they need to do
God.
to get that line down, weed these people out.
That's a great joke.
We got to E. coli this line down a little bit.
Right,
Oh my
right.
God.
I'm
What's-
fine with it.
What's
Go
our
for it.
joke? Our joke is about people bringing pets into restaurants and like I don't want to go to Chipotle and get kennel cough.
I want to go to Chipotle and get diarrhea the
The
way,
way God and Chipotle intended it. Continue.
If you say to them, how much of this Tabasco sauce can I use? They'll
They'll
say,
say-
as much as you want.
Okay.
The
They're
whole
not
bottle?
saving the bottle.
The whole bottle.
You're
They're not
Can
going
I
to like,
use
well, we
some
still
of it?
need the bottle.
Oh, they're
They would-
not like replenishing the
No.
bottles.
Th-
Okay.
you take it. It's out
And
there for the customer to
Have you
use.
taken the whole bottle?
I have 3 in my fridge.
Stop it,
Okay.
Dan.
I've asked.
Dan.
I will
All
die
right,
on this
Dan.
hill.
Dan, you are
There's
You
Vicky's
will-
coming to
You'll
arrest
die of
you.
E. coli on that hill.
Vicky, what's her face?
Well, he went out doing what he loved. Eating Selfritas. Okay. Felt bad luck after lifting the tomato product. He replaced the missing bottle with two
Two
new
one-
ones,
fresh
and
ones.
Left an. It could be a she, I suppose.
Right.
And left an apology. I think it. I don't know. I have a feeling
It
it is.
feels like
Left
it's a
an
woman.
apology note to the staff, according to the Post. Quote: This is the note. A few weeks ago, I had taken one of your ketchup bottles off the table because for some odd reason, I thought it'd be risky.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, I am
Risky?
as square as they come, and this is the worst thing I've done. If this is the worst thing you've done, you're
doing great.
I believe it because anyone that uses the word square
I,
Right.
that's true.
is,
I
And
is in
risky.
fact square.
I'm
Yeah,
as
right.
square as they come. This is the worst thing I've done in the parentheses instead of punching and next to punching that baby.
Hours after the theft, the ketchup culprit's car was involved in a crash, according to the
Ooh,
note.
bad
the thief
karma.
said their karma has soured as a result of the act.
Yeah.
I hope returning 2 new bottles will restore some karma for me, and I can stop carrying around the guilt.
No, Dan. She's not carrying around the guilt.
It might be a he.
Yes.
or he.
I don't know either.
What this person is saying is, I did something bad and now it's negatively affecting my life.
So now
And
I need to get that
I need to get the negativity out. Not I feel bad that I did that
Right.
to you. It's more like
It's
I
like
need these,
if I wouldn't have gotten into a car accident, you would
wouldn't
not
be
have
seeing
2
No.
bottles
for me
of
again.
Right. You wouldn't
Yeah.
even, it wouldn't even be a problem for us.
She probably went to a psychic and was
Yes.
like, what do I do?
It took a random car
I'm going
accident.
to show you guys the photo right here.
Oh, that's a long nose.
Yeah,
Oh,
look at it.
2 things,
With
and
the
they're like, we
receipt
don't
to
use-
prove that
They're
they
like
bought
we.
those.
They're like we use bottles, not plastic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Come on.
We don't use organic cat sup, you
Yeah.
asshole.
Cat.
And then, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
It says
I'm
from
really
an
sorry.
awful person.
No,
This
you're
is
not
definitely.
an awful person.
By the way, this is definitely a woman. The handwriting is way
yeah,
too good. to
it
be
is
hands.
for sure.
And so self-deprecating.
They
I'm
There's
really
drew
no
their
way
own
this is-
Yeah.
sad face emoticon, little sad
Yeah.
face, and then said,
I'm really sorry
from an
if
awful
I can
person."
inconvenience you in the way,
But-
in the same way my life has been inconvenienced. All right, I feel bad for
But
this
what's
person.
happening in this person's life where they're like, I need to take a risk.
Yeah.
I need to do
There's
something
the bigger
risky.
question.
I need to. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna steal this ketchup.
Do it.
Yes.
I'm gonna do it.
Do it, Barbara.
Barbara, are you up for that kind of risk?
Yes.
I don't think you can handle
No,
it.
I've lived my whole life being square.
You're just going to take it?
I've never done
She's
anything.
just
Barbara.
she's putting it in her purse.
I pay my parking tickets
She's
on
putting
time.
it in her purse. It is in her purse.
Okay.
You guys,
Barbara
she's
is
walking
off.
out of here right now with it.
Diane and telling her
Tell
that
her that
Barbara's off the
Barbara's already
rails.
has
Doing
it.
this.
She's
is
gone.
off the
I'm
rails.
bye, guys.
This is
I've
the
never,
new Barbara.
I've never felt freer.
Oh my God.
This is I can't believe
Barbara,
it.
do you need a ride home?
I'm shaking.
You're going to drive yourself?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive.
You're going to.
You seem a little
I feel
shaky, though.
I feel great. This
seem
is
good.
this is new me. It's a new me.
All right, well, we'll see you. We'll see you back at the house.
All right, I'll meet you there.
Just take the regular route.
Okay, I got this.
Flash
I'm gonna
forward.
waze my way home.
Flash forward 2 hours. I'm the worst person ever.
Oh, my
shouldn't
life
have been
is
so
shit.
Barbara, it's
I
not
knew it.
because of the ketchup.
I knew it.
No.
I knew it. I knew it.
She'll
my
never.
God.
She will never take a risk ever
Again.
She won't even play the game risk.
No.
We'll get out of here on this. Lacey Township Chatter group member Maria DeLeo,
Oh God,
who
this
posted the note, topped the entry with her own message. Quote, to the person that returned this, you are forgiven.
Oh.
Hope all goes better for you. Lesson learned.
Who gave her the power to
Okay.
forgive?
Yeah, since when
All
are you
right.
God?
I like definitely dropped down. It's like Maria's
She's like, you guys, I
Maria's
got
done a lot of
this.
nefarious shit. Her forgiveness means nothing.
You know what? There's so much condemnation going on Facebook that if some people want to start thinking they can forgive other
There you
people,
go.
Kinda great.
let's bring a little bit of
I grant you immunity.
What made her so powerful? Maria Delgado or whatever her name is.
Melissa DeLeo. I don't know. I already went away from it. What was her name? I really want
Who
to
doesn't
know.
care? Well,
According
anyway,
to my jurisdiction,
DeLeo.
you are all right.
I stand on high and grant you forgiveness.
She
Oh,
thinks
man.
she is a ruler in Game of Thrones.
All right, Maria DeLeo. That's
Well, that
enough.
Perkins has some new ketchup ready
That's right.
to go.
There you go. I feel like going to Perkins right now. All right, there you go. That's the show. Fortune Feimster, Fortune Funny on Twitter, Fortune Feimster on Instagram. Your
Go
radio
see her live.
show.
Go see her taping in Charlotte. Listen to the radio show with Tom Papa, which is
Sirius on the mornings at Channel 93, 7 a.m.
Yep.
in
What a Joke with
Fortune
all
with
that-
Papa and Fortune.
All that good stuff.
I
Yeah.
love it. All right, guys.
Thanks
and,
for having me.
Oh, shit. We got to get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Scarpins Avenue.
A podcast network.